Summary of events for the city of Damascus and its countryside for Thursday, April the 11th. The number of martyrs today reached 69 so far, among them 5 women, 13 children and 2 martyrs under torture, distributed as 24 in Homs, 24 in Halab, 12 in Damascus and its countryside, 4 in Dar'a, 4 in Hama, and 1 in Deir ez-Zor. As for the field news and starting from inside the capital, security released around 70 prisoners, most from the Aerial Information Quarter and other security quarters in the city, as security transported them with 2 buses, then gathered them in Yusuf Lazmi Square, near the Governorate building. Security of about 10 men and 10 cars with tinted windows spread opposite the gold market in Al-Hariqa to rent one of the exchange offices in the area. Security spread was also noted in Rukn al-Din, in the areas of Al-Safira Valley and Wanley Alleys near Said Basha Mosque. To the southern neighborhoods, where 3 people lost their lives including 2 children, and many were wounded because of heavy shelling that targeted the town of Beit Sahem with mortars and heavy artillery. Al-Hajar al-Aswad was also exposed to fierce bombing with mortars and heavy artillery, coinciding with shelling by military helicopters as they flew over Al Yarmouk camp, and smoke was seen rising from there. Babila and Al Asali were bombed with mortars this afternoon, which led to material damage to properties, while regime forces centralized in the Troop 58 targeted Al Hajira town with mortars, as security spread in Al Midan and inspecting passing by people strictly. Douma in the eastern Ghouta was exposed to fierce shelling with mortars and rocket launchers that targeted حوش الفارع and the Rihan orchards, while Al-Mleha was bombed with heavy artillery and Fazdika shells, as Al-Nashabiya witnessed fierce bombing that reached the areas of Beit Naim, Hirzama and Al-Bahariya, and security broke into Arbin with tanks. Cannon bombing renewed on the city of Dariya from the Troop 153 and the Troop 100 in Jdetet al-Fadl, as a new military convoy headed to the eastern entrance to the city from Al-Mazzi military airport through the southern orbital road, supported with 8 tanks, 2 armored vehicles, and 4 BMB carts, with 12 cars with dashkas and a number of ambulance vehicles, pickups, and buses for transporting soldiers. Al-Mu'addamiyya was exposed to fierce bombing with mortars and heavy artillery from the 4th Brigade that centralized in the mountains, causing a number of injuries and the burning of residential buildings. Security spread heavily in Al-Abbasiyin, while intermittent shelling hit Jobber. A mortar fell in the area of برزة orchards as security raided the far end area of Masakin برزة from the direction of القابون that reached the area of Al-Rifa'iyya Hospital and spread to the area opposite Hamish Hospital and the area behind the Vegetables Market and Ibrahim Khalil Mosque, as security inspected on family books and broke into houses. Heavy shelling with mortars and tanks continued on the town of Al-Qisa for the 26th day in a row from Harran al-Awamid barrier, and the area of Jamaiyat Sbene was exposed to fierce shelling with heavy artillery and rocket launchers. Al-Qalamun was also bombed with tanks fiercely in the direction of the eastern mountains in Deir Atiyah and Al-Hmera orchards, while bombing targeted residents in Rima area in Yabrud. And in Al-Zabadani, shelling continued on the refugees' houses with heavy artillery and tanks by the barriers surrounding the city.